Okay, well, the drawer is clean. I've been trying to just create one video, but I messed it up. So now we're down to two videos, and I have a lot to learn. But I'm more doing this just for myself, just for my own, just to amuse myself. So drawer is all cleaned out. That's the best it's going to get. But the thing is, tile's going to cover that. Kind of tempted to paint these edges and everything, but I have hopes of repainting all these cupboards, but I don't know when that's going to happen, but we're just going to do some tiny fix-ups for now. So there's the drawer before, all cleaned out, scrubbed, and here it's going to be after in a few seconds with the tile in. Okay, so that looks a whole lot better. If I was really ambitious, I probably should have just painted the drawer inside anyways and cleaned the bottom up, but this is what I decided to do. And then I wish I had have put these little strips here because it was too short for the drawer, not wide enough. I had to cut a couple little strips, and I wish I had done them over on the other side because this is where I set stuff over here alongside my trays, but I think I'll just reverse that. And I've washed my trays and filled them all back up with clean utensils and took out a few things that are not really being used, and I have steak knives that I don't use very often, so I put them in a little cup where I have other steak knives up in a other little overflow cabinet. And then just put this stuff back in here this way, and there we go. So much better. Is it perfect? No. Did I make progress? Yes, and that's what I'm about, is progress, not perfection. And that liner was driving me nuts because it just couldn't be cleaned. I'd wipe it and it'd just be stained and dirty and whatnot. But it'd been a while since I'd even tackled that part. But I'm happy with the way this looks. And then a little bit of a mess to clean up here just from doing it. There's my cup with my steak knives. They're fine there. Next project, dun dun dun, is this. Oh my, how does it get like this? So basically I just want to go through it and throw out stuff, tidy stuff up, get it so it makes a little bit more sense. And I'm going to tackle that today. Don't want to do it, but it's like I want to. Well, here's the thing. I have friends coming over for lunch in a couple weeks, girlfriends from work, and I'm using that as my motivation to just get some things, as much stuff done as I can before then in little bite-sized pieces. And like when it's my family, my whole family, and they go into that cupboard, they're used to seeing it like that. I know my girlfriends wouldn't judge me on the way my cupboard looks. We don't judge each other. But I just want it to look nice. So, and using that as my, okay, this date, my lunch is happening. By that date, I'd like to have several projects done. And I can't stand the mess of this cupboard, so I want to get it done. So that's what's next on the agenda. Okay, so I'm taking a good look at this and seeing that it's just things thrown in here, mishmash messes. There's food here that's definitely outdated that can just go. Get some likes with likes and organizing. I don't want to tackle this. This is not nice, but it needs to be done, so I'm going to do it. Wish me luck. I'm going to set my clock. Let's set the clock for 30 minutes. See where we're at in 30 minutes. Timer, 30. go. Okay, well, it probably seems like I didn't get very far, but I had a brainstorm in the middle of it. I cleaned off this top shelf and wiped it down, and I was starting to work on this shelf, and I thought, there's so much wasted space in here. And then I remembered this boot rack that I had in the basement when I cleaned the basement last weekend, or whenever it was, 2 weekends ago, I don't know, I can't remember now. And basically was empty, sitting down there. So I've taken it apart and I'm using it to store stuff that doesn't get used very often, and that trying to keep like with like. So I got all my paper plates and cups and plastic cutlery and excess cutlery, that kind of stuff, and took it apart. So I used those 2 shelves there, and I moved my plastic wrap up because it was sitting here, and so you couldn't get to things behind it, but it'll be fine there. I can reach it to still do my cutting and everything, so that's good. I don't know where I might have to do some playing with that to get the, let's go up there and see what's going on. There, pull this out. And then when I want to cut it, I can reach that from the floor, cut it. There's my plastic wrap tucked out of the way. And I have another part of it there, and I'm going to put this here and be able to do a lot better with the cans. So I'm just going through some food, breaking down things that, there was hardly anything left of. And then I got food sitting here. I got couscous from the big 2020 scare when people were stocking up on groceries, and I stocked up on couscous thinking, well, I won't starve if I have that, and barely used it. So that was silly, but gonna keep at it. So top shelf, I've got room to spare up there. So actually I think I'll switch those things around because I use my mixer more than I use my blender, so I'll move it over, and let's tackle the next few shelves. I'm going to give myself another 30 minutes. It's amazing how fast 30 minutes goes. Timer, 30, go. Okay, 30 minutes goes fast, let me tell you. So, making more progress. This is actually probably going to take me another 30 minutes. And then I'll have to clean up my mess. This is what the kitchen looks like right now, just doing this. But I did make some good progress. I decided to, well, up here those shelves are making a world of difference already. And I'm keeping my big box of tea up there just because that seems like a good spot for it. I might switch those around a bit just so I can see the tea, because I'd hate to buy more. Because I've done that before, not realizing I still have it. So these shelves are great. A lot of this, like alphagetti, and that's for the kids. Decided to move the plastic wrap back down because I can easily just move it out of the way for stuff. And it's just better there for me. And put all my rice and pasta, which I really don't eat a lot of anymore. I used to eat more rice and decided I needed to, I'm not going to say I'm on a diet. I put on weight and decided I needed to get it off. So I'm eating the way I plan on eating the rest of my life, and which is just sensibly and kind of sticking to the no white at night rule. So don't have a lot of pasta and rice anymore. If I'm going to eat it, I'm going to eat it at lunchtime. Not to say I never do, but just I used to eat a lot of it, and it showed. So anyways, got my baking stuff all down in here, and starting to work down on these lower shelves. Moving the kitty food up. Actually, I think I might even move it up another shelf just to make it easier for me to get to in the morning. when I'm feeding them and that kind of thing. So got bottom shelf to do, got this little corner to do, and got this big old mess to clean up. So I'm going to set the clock for another 30 minutes and see where I'm at. Okay, back to 0. And I'm done what I'm going to do for today. This looks so much better. So much better. Just as I was going and putting like things with like, and then thinking about that little boot rack downstairs, it was basically being used for nothing. And I bought it for boots once upon a time, but it really wasn't really good for boots. It was kind of rickety and whatnot, but it's fine for here. I'm not going to say it's the sturdiest thing in the world, but it's going to hold this. And on top, I put a couple little placemats here because cans were kind of falling through the slats. So had those and just folded them over the back because, you know, that way I can use them again if I need to. I'm kind of going by the Arthur Ashe school of thought. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Now I'm going to open this, and I'm going to be able to find things, and hopefully that will prompt me to put things back, and it will. Like I clean things and get them organized, and the system stays in place for a while, and then it kind of falls apart. But this is really going to be helpful, and since it is just me, I know where things are going, so I can put them back where they belong. I put my sugar and flour up higher, because that way if I need to just take a scoop of sugar, I can take the lid off right there and scoop it out, because I had it down there, so I was always having to pull it out if I needed to do it. Got the cat food up higher, just so I don't have to bend down, although I will have to bend down to get his dry out. It'd be nice if I could find some sort of bin to put there that had like a front opening or an easy open where the food wouldn't spill out, like kind of like, I don't know, on its side or something. And then just, these are all the things I had in plastic, and that was holding them, but got rid of most of that stuff because it's been sitting there for ridiculously long time and never going to get ate or used. And that, those pops and bubblies and all that, that's leftover drinks from different parties, and just kind of add them the next time when I have a party. And move some of my cleaning supplies from stuck in there over to there, and got my garbage bags there where I can better access them. And yeah, I am thrilled. Like I said, start where I am, use what I have, do what I can. So I have more plans for today. I'm going to take a break now, though. This is going to be it for video. I have to take that stuff down to the basement, and there's still a little bit more tidy, but I did get most of it cleaned up. You know, just got to keep pecking away at that. And I do want to clean the outside of my kitchen window, my patio doors, and my bathroom window, get the ladder out. It's a beautiful day out there, so I want to do that. And what else did I want to do today? I think that's about it for today. Wouldn't mind going to get some more tile, because now that I have this drawer done, and it's looking so nice and prettier, then I need to do this drawer, which doesn't get as dirty because it's just, you know, utensils for baking and stuff like that. But it's, why not do them all? And the tiles are not that expensive. I can't remember how much they are, but would like to do all the drawers. And like I said, I'd eventually like to paint this, but I don't know if I'm going to take that on. I remember watching a YouTube video and the girl was talking about painting kitchen cupboards, and she says painting kitchen cupboards is no joke. So I can believe that, because there's got to be a lot of mini steps for sure. So anyways, I don't know why I'm scanning around. This is what we want to see, and this looks great. And I'm so happy with the way it turned out. So that's progress. And I'm happy about it.